What's one thing you'll notice in Hollywood beach scenes from the 80s? Everyone looked fit. Lean, athletic bodies, no belly bulges, no visible signs of today's chronic health issues. Today, nearly 70% of adults in the U.S. are overweight or obese. Since the 1970s, obesity rates have tripled, and heart disease-related deaths linked to obesity have skyrocketed by 180%. What changed? Over time, our diets became filled with highly processed, so-called healthy foods, many labeled low-fat. But here's the twist. These foods may be contributing more to weight gain and inflammation than you think. So, what exactly is the low-fat myth? And why are these 6 everyday foods silently sabotaging your health? Let's start with the worst offender. First, seed oils.
Seed oils are horrible for humans.
They're in almost everything, from salad dressings to cereals. You probably cook with them daily. Canola, soybean, sunflower, corn oil, they're marketed as healthy. But are they? Back in the day, people used ghee or butter. Obesity was far less common. Then seed oils were pushed into the spotlight as a heart-healthy alternative. The truth? These oils are ultra-processed using chemical solvents like hexane, a neurotoxin. They're bleached, deodorized, and stripped of nutrients. And they're loaded with linoleic acid, an omega-6 fatty acid. While omega-6 isn't bad in moderation, the typical American diet now has a 20-to-1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3. That imbalance fuels chronic inflammation, increasing your risk of heart disease, arthritis, metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes, even stroke. Almost half of Americans still think seed oils are healthy, but science says otherwise. Instead of these ultra-processed oils, cook with stable fats like butter, ghee, avocado oil, or extra virgin olive oil. Second, soy isolates.
We actually feed soy to cows and pigs to fatten them up for slaughter.
They're in your protein bars, your meat-free nuggets, even your healthy shakes. Soy sounds healthy, but here's what they don't tell you. Soy protein isolates are ultra-processed fragments of soybeans. What's left? A protein extract stripped of fiber, nutrients, and context. Worse, these isolates are packed with anti-nutrients like phytic acid, which blocks your body from absorbing key minerals like zinc, calcium, and iron, and lectins, which may trigger inflammation and gut irritation. And let's talk hormones. Soy isoflavones are phytoestrogens, plant-based compounds that mimic estrogen. Overconsumption, especially in processed form, has been linked to lower testosterone levels in men, potential thyroid disruption, and reproductive hormone imbalance. Whole soy foods like edamame, tofu, or tempeh can still be part of a healthy diet. Just steer clear of heavily processed soy protein isolates found in snacks, bars, and powders. Third, flavored low-fat yogurt.
But what we do is we take the yogurt. Anytime you see a yogurt that says artificial fruit flavors or natural fruit flavors, that's code word for ain't got no fruit.
Low fat? Sure. Healthy? Not even close. When fat gets removed, sugar takes its place, sometimes up to 22 grams per serving. That's more than a candy bar. But here's where it gets worse. Most commercial yogurts are pasteurized at such high temperatures that they kill off probiotics, which are the real gut health heroes. You're not feeding your gut, you're feeding bad bacteria and spiking your insulin. A 2019 study published in Nutrition and Diabetes found that flavored yogurts can contain up to 22.6 grams of sugar per 100 grams, with 42% of that being free sugars. According to the CDC, excess sugar intake increases your risk of type 2 diabetes, obesity, and even cardiovascular disease. Want a better option? Choose full-fat, unsweetened Greek yogurt and add your own fresh fruit or a drizzle of honey. That way, You get real probiotics, fewer sugars, and more satisfaction. 4. Whole wheat bread.
2 slices of wheat bread spike your glucose and insulin as much as a 12-ounce can of Coke or a Snickers bar.
It's called whole, but it's hardly whole food. Modern wheat isn't what your grandparents ate. It's genetically modified, high yield, and stripped of key nutrients. Even worse, it digests faster than table sugar. Whole wheat bread has a glycemic index, GI, of around 70, meaning it spikes blood sugar almost instantly. This causes energy crashes, mood swings, and increased hunger, which all lead to, you guessed it, weight gain. Studies show that repeated glucose spikes raise your risk of insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome. And that fiber they talk about? Most of it's removed during processing. What's left is a gut-irritating combo of gluten, lectins, and phytic acid, which may hinder nutrient absorption. Try lower GI options like sprouted grain bread, sourdough made from ancient grains, or grain-free alternatives like almond or coconut flour breads. 5. Low-fat peanut butter.
When fat is removed, it's usually replaced with sugar. On average, 2 tablespoons of low-fat peanut butter contain around 4 to 5 grams of added sugar.
Peanut butter was perfect, then they ruined it. Real peanut butter is simple, just ground peanuts, rich in monounsaturated fats that support heart health, brain function, and keep you full. But the low-fat version? It's a chemistry project. To make it spreadable without fat, manufacturers load it with corn syrup solids, dextrins, hydrogenated oils, and added sugar, turning a natural snack into a sugary paste that spikes insulin and promotes inflammation. What's worse? These fake versions often contain trans fats, which are strongly linked to increased LDL cholesterol and a higher risk of heart disease. 1 tablespoon of reduced fat peanut butter can contain 3 to 5 grams of added sugar and up to 200 milligrams of sodium, which means it's closer to frosting than food. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that even small amounts of trans fats significantly raise coronary heart disease risk. And low-fat peanut butters? Yep, some still sneak them in. Want a smarter swap? Stick to the OG, natural peanut butter with just one ingredient, peanuts. Maybe a pinch of salt if you're feeling fancy. 6. Low-fat salad dressings.
Fat-free salad dressings clearly compromise the taste of your salad, but did you know they can also compromise your good health?
You made a healthy salad, then drowned it in chemicals. Low-fat dressings are a nutritional scam. They're loaded with seed oils, high fructose corn syrup, MSG, and artificial thickeners like xanthan gum. But here's the kicker. Your body needs dietary fat to absorb fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. In a Purdue University study, people who ate salads with fat-free dressings absorbed almost no nutrients compared to those who had dressings with healthy fats like olive oil. So what's really happening? You're eating veggies thinking you're being healthy, but you're flushing away the very nutrients you need. Your salad becomes expensive fiber. Instead, use dressings made from extra virgin olive oil, tahini, or avocado oil. They boost both flavor and nutrient absorption. You've been told that low fat equals healthy, but now you know the truth. These 6 low-fat foods aren't helping you. They're hijacking your metabolism, wrecking your gut, and keeping you inflamed and fatigued. Ready to break free from diet myths? Read the ingredients, not the label claims, and fuel your body with real, whole foods. The good news is you can take your health back, one label at a time. Choose real food, full-fat food, food that fuels you.